Hey everybody, it is Carolyn, and we're not going to talk about the weather, Virginia Beach. We just had some rain, rocking the rain hair. How do you like it? It's looking good, huh? I know, it looks like some of the cat drug in. Anyway, we are going to do a 5.5 week update because I did my first home reline, and I wanted to tell you guys about it in case you want to try it yourself too. I didn't use that Reline It crap from the drugstore. I used ProSoft, which you can get on Amazon. It's made by Permalabs, which makes PermaSoft. And if you look up on YouTube, Suzanne Dale did a really great video on how to do your own reline with PermaSoft. I used ProSoft. Why? Because I was reading the reviews on both, and a commenter in his review said that the ProSoft didn't taste as bad and seemed to be softer for a longer time than the PermaSoft. And that was all it took for my brain. I was like, oh, doesn't smell as bad? Okay, I'll try it. And if you've been following my videos, you know that on day 5, I got a horrible reline done at Affordable Dentures after a 4-hour sit in the waiting room. Well, it was like 3.5. But it was terrible, and it tasted terrible too. But mostly it looked terrible. And they also adjusted my dentures that day, and they cut too much off the top and dropped it down, and it was horrible. Like my lip was getting stuck up there, and it was like your worst nightmare if you know, are a brand new denture wearer, that somebody's going to know, and it's going to be because your lip is stuck at the top of your denture. So, it got to the point where my gums shrunk so much that my dentures were so loose that I had to use a butt-ton of cushion grip. And I love cushion grip. That is great stuff. You need to snug your denture up just a little bit, use cushion grip. It's good stuff. But I was using like 1/3 of a tube to do my dentures. So this is not becoming cost effective anymore. So I thought, well, I'll try a reline. And I was really conscious of the fact that it might push my upper down too far, and that you know, the top of the denture would show. So I figured if it didn't work, I was out $10, and I would go to Affordable Dentures and let them try again. So I did it myself, and I did it in about an hour, including removing the existing cushion grip. So it went really, really fast, and it worked well. So kudos to Permalabs for coming up with a product that Carolyn can put in her own denture. It was easy. And I really like it. I don't have any cushion grip in right now. I have a little bit of adhesive, so probably I could have done it a little bit better. But for my first time out, I'm very proud of myself. I could be like a denture tech now. Probably better than a couple of denture techs, like the one that filed down my dentures, right? So, I said so like 50 freaking times already, didn't I? Sorry. I'm not a public speaker. I'm just a denture wearer. Anyway, I did that, and I'm very, very happy. You can check out Permalabs products on Amazon. I think also eBay. I don't want to buy denture stuff on eBay though. I mean, I'm sure it's probably really good, and maybe it's even sold by Permalabs, but I'm an Amazon girl. So I just picked it up at Amazon. Both PermaSoft and ProSoft are available there, and not too bad. Shipping was really fast. I was very surprised. Anyway, I know I just said anyway like 50 times too, huh? I thought I would go ahead and segue into my experience at Affordable Dentures, since I already started to brush on it, but I know a lot of people have questions about Affordable Dentures. First of all, Affordable and Aspen are both chains, and they're all over the U.S. and possibly Canada. I don't know. I haven't checked, but each one of them is independently owned and operated, I think. So you're going to have, it's the Your Mileage May Vary line. Some clinics I hear are terrible, and others are supposed to be really, really good. The one in Virginia Beach was very good so far, except for that one tech that filed my nails. I mean, they're just like nails. Filed my top of my denture down too low. Other than her, my experience at Affordable was great. I had the question, how much did I spend? Okay, at Affordable Dentures, my total cost was $5,070. Get up off the floor. I got 24 extractions, 16 of which were complex, and the dentist described that to me as anything with more than one root is complex. So 16 teeth were complex. 5 of them were broken off at or below the gum line. So that was a whole lot of work there. And then I had to have alveoplasty on both. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but it looks like alveoplasty, so that's how I'm pronouncing it. And alveoplasty basically smooths out your ridge so that your denture sits flat, and it takes the bone, how do you like that? Those little ridges in between your teeth, it takes them down, and then your denture can sit flat and you have less pain and more stability. So that was $3,000 for those extractions and the alveoplasties alone. So of the $5,000, $3,000 went directly to my teeth, the removal of, and preparation for dentures. Then I got the $1,800 Ultra package, and that includes 1 set of temps or immediates, which are basically like training wheels, and that's what I have now, and they're pretty good, right? Beautiful, huh? And 1 set of permanents, and I'll be getting that in about a few months, maybe several months. I think they said around a year. So basically, when these get on my nerves, I'll go get those. And since I've already paid for it, we're good to go. So that's what that covers. And the packages you can check on AffordableDentures.com, and I don't know what Aspen's is, but they Affordable has all their prices online, and the prices vary from state to state, town to town, city to city. So they have the pricing for each one of those areas on the web. Easy peasy, you know how much you're spending before you even roll in there, probably. So I got, wow, that looks pretty bad. I'm kind of tired today, can you tell? I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. TMI, I know. Anyway, here's my experience with Affordable. Affordable is referred to frequently as a cattle call, and Aspen is the same way, and I know there's a couple other economy chains that are not as well known, but pretty much the same thing. Yeah, a lot of people go in there because they're less expensive and they're fast. And so you basically become a number. And for me, it was very similar to my experience in the military. When I was in the Navy, and this was way back in the dark ages, it may well have improved vastly since then. Not thinking it did, but in the military, you frequently go to any medical facility and feel like they don't care about you, they forgot you're there, and that you're just a big loser. And you get used to that when you're in the Navy, and maybe some other militaries too. And that's not an attack on the Navy. I really enjoyed my time in the Navy. I don't regret a minute of it, except for a couple of those minutes in the waiting rooms. So anyway, since I was so used to it with the Navy, it didn't bother me at all. But if you're going to go to Affordable or Aspen or any other very large clinic like that, be aware of the fact that they don't, cuddle and hug. There's no TLC. You go in there, you say what you want, you get what you want, you get out. Got questions? Write them down so that you don't forget them, because it's going to be a rushed experience, and you should know that going in. Usually they take a little more time with the consults than they do with the follow-ups. So you're going to get lulled into this false sense of security at the consult, and then you go in there the next time and they're like, oh, okay, so you want that file down? Okay, be right back. And then they come right back and they're like, okay, goodbye. You're like, wait, not good. So be ready, and be ready to say what you need and what you want, and tell them, where you're having issues and whatnot. Try to be as concise as possible, and don't be offended, because they're not going to love on you. It's just not going to happen. They're too inundated with clientele, and not like your regular dentist office where they might be seeing 20 patients a day. These large facilities are seeing 200 to 300 people a day, and you're just one of them, and they're not going to remember you. You're not going to get a postcard on your birthday. You're just going to get your teeth, and you're going to save a lot of money doing it. And if you get lucky and get Affordable Dentures in Virginia Beach, you're going to get some pretty teeth. Look, I love these teeth. When I get my permanents, I am all set on thinking I'm going to get this exact shape. I don't know what shape that is, but I like that. I like the way that the denturist did my teeth, and I'm going to request that denturist make my permanents too, because whoever it was did an amazing job, I think. I'm very, very happy with them, and cannot speak highly enough of them. So, trying to think if there's anything else about Affordable that you need to know. And I think Aspen kind of falls in the same basket, although I've never been to an Aspen. They're very good at what they do. There, of course, will be screw-ups, so you just need to be watchful for it, but for the most part, especially if you have your extractions done there, they're so quick and so good, and we've already discussed this, but overall, I would give my experience at Aspen about an 8 out of a 10, and the reason that I would take 2 off for it is because I thought that them having a dental tech or assistant, or I don't know that she is an actual dental tech, but when she took my beautiful denture and took all that material off the top of it, I was just like, wow. She didn't even look. She didn't check to make sure that that anything was right, and she didn't tell me that I should check. So, you know, it caught even me off guard, and so I'd give them an 8 out of 10 just because of her. You know, everything else was doing fine all the way up until that day 5 adjustment. I was super pleased with my experience at Affordable Dentures in Virginia Beach, and I haven't gone back to get this denture replaced because my gums started to shrink, and I'm kind of glad that I held off. Well, I didn't really hold off on purpose. I got busy. It was spring break, and so during that time, my gums actually shrunk considerably more. And now my upper ridge is right up under my nose, almost where it was before when she cut it down. I'm not going to let her cut it down again, but, you know, it's up nice and high now, and the reline did not affect that at all. It didn't, you know, the bite is good, and it's not dropped down so low that I'm in fear that somebody's going to see the top of my denture or that my lip is going to get stuck in it while I'm talking. That would be terrible, huh? So, overall, I would give them an 8 out of 10, but I'm not expecting flowers and balloons and love and kisses from them, and I didn't go in expecting that because I saw a lot of videos. DJ Smiles, I think is his name, David, did a great review of his experience at a different Affordable Dentures, and he said the same thing. You know, basically you're just, you know, going in there to get your shit and get out, and, you know, make the best of it. You know, if you want love and kisses, go to an, well, we went through this the other day. Go to a dentist that takes teeth out. Go to an oral surgeon. You know, they'll give you the love and kisses, but they'll give you a big honking bill, too. So, you guys have a great night. You'll probably be hearing from me again in a couple days, as I'm thinking about doing a 6-week update. And also, I'm going to meet a local girl, Michelle. Michelle just had her dentures done a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to meet up, and we're going to probably say hi to you guys together at some point, maybe even this weekend. Ooh, won't that be fun? All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.